What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dempsey Plays. Today, Dempsey plays DayZ. So, uh, we've got a little bit to talk about. I haven't been on this server for very long. Literally just started. Where were we? We were somewhere up here. I can't remember specifically. I feel like it was Tarno. Then we made our way all the way over here. Now we're down here, which I kind of want to make my way back up there just because I came down here because it was all gassed out. And that's no bueno. That is no bueno. You know, we might get sick if we drink some of these. I don't know if I actually refilled. I can't remember if I refilled these because I just got back in after like a couple of days. I feel like we're going to get sick. Oh man, that probably was a bad idea. It's never a matter of if, but when. I don't have anything to support my illness. This is going to be bad. Probably even more reason to get to the probably even more reason to get to the airfield. Anyway, so welcome back to DayZ. How y'all doing? Doing all right? Just wanted to get back and really just hang out with you guys. I don't really do anything spectacular anymore these days on YouTube. I just kind of live my life accordingly to some of the crazy stuff that I've been involved in lately due to work and family, stuff. And it's been good. Been busy. Hope you guys are doing pretty good as well. There's a me and DayZ's got some history. That's why I love coming back here. I also just love the open world concept that anything is possible. Especially when you get into community servers where they add certain rules and ways to abide by in their servers that kind of give a little bit more structure to it all. I think it's totally fair. So, actually, to really start off the conversation, we're in Livonia. We're not in the typical DayZ world, or map, as it were. I thought I'd check it out and have some fun with it. Whoops. And definitely not regretting anything. It's been interesting. Livonia's different, for sure. It's always weird jumping into here because you see like the layout. Just the world kind of looks a little brighter. Looks a little greener. Doesn't look as doom and gloom and gray and kind of bleak. Looks just very nice and vibrant. I don't know. Just looks different, and then you've got certain aspects that kind of just makes it feel like a whole new game. But then you go into towns or you see buildings and you see those kinds of trees, and you're just like, that's a DayZ, I know. There's a familiarity to it. A lot of people that I may be new to Livonia, but Livonia is definitely not new. It's been out for quite a while. It's like years like 2024. It's July 22nd, 2024. So Livonia's been out for a hot minute now, but I'm kind of late to the party just because I refused to pay for it. So I waited till it was free, and gotta say I'm glad I didn't spend money for it. Not that it's bad, just that I don't know. Why pay for anything when you can get it for free? And secondly, it's a as buggy and as old as this game is, it's hard to spend any type of money on it, in my opinion, but some people feel differently. I don't get me wrong, I love DayZ. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that me and DayZ has got a history that it is a one-sided love relationship, and the other side is hate, 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 misery, and despair. It's a one road of love, and the other road is not so graceful, as it were. But yeah, no. My history actually started back in like. It started a lot sooner than, than. Well, I don't know. It just depends on how you view it, right? A lot of people would say it matters on when you started playing the game, and I would agree to that. I didn't start playing the game until like I would say around 2015, and when I say I played it back then, it's very loosely played it because I had like the old Dell family computer, not very capable of really handling anything. I think the only thing it could really handle was Minecraft, and TNT was very spotty, so it wasn't very like it wasn't a good computer by any stretch of the imagination. Then I tried to play Arma 2, and it would struggle. It couldn't even because it required a graphics card, which that computer was not really suited for. And then finally ended up at like 18 getting a laptop, which was able to. Well, it must have been way sooner than 2015, because yeah, it must have been way sooner than 2015. I must have been 15 years old when I first started. Regardless, when I turned 18, it really was when I started to really try to play DayZ, because it had like a somewhat of a good graphics card, but the thing that really killed me was my RAM. It was horrible on there, and that was my first mistake, was trying to like start it on PC. I don't think it was even available on console at the time of at that age, when I was trying it out, testing it out. I don't think it was even available then. I made it my life's mission on DayZ to find this town that I remember in my mind's eye. I can picture it very vividly. But the problem is, when I try to like look it up on iSurvive or something like that, when I try to just play the original server, or not server, but the original map, I just cannot for the life of me find this town that I was in. And I want to so bad, because I want to like actually go around, look around, and kind of just, I don't know, a little moment of uh of just a little moment of reminiscence of a time where I was having the worst time of my life. Like, it would take me days just to like be able to do virtually anything in DayZ. That's not really much of an exaggeration, because like this was the struggle that I was constantly having, just with the computer not being fully capable of playing this game, and just because of how big it was, and for the computers I was dealing with back then, this was asking too much of it. That really is more of a testament to the crazy computers that I had. So, anyways, then, my life kind of started off poorly with, or my time with DayZ, not my life. My life started off poorly with DayZ. You know, I was out of the womb. Oh man, is it still gassed? I made all this trip over here for nothing. It is still gassed. All right. Well, that sucks. We'll start heading back down south. The objective really is to go to Polana. Or Polo. Yeah, Polana, I guess you could pronounce it. There's a couple of things that we can hit along the way, I suppose, but I just came back in hopes of this place not being a gas zone, and come to find it's a gas zone. That sucks. That really sucks, man. But whatever. So, then, my history with DayZ went from using crappy computers that couldn't really generate it and render it. My life's mission now is to find that town that I was in. To give you a little bit of example of or just let you in on what it was like for me when I barely could play it. I was able to slowly, like, it was like lag, like it was like, and then like just to like move around was just so bad, bro. I can't even replicate it because of how bad it was. It was bad. So then I finally made it to this little town. And this little town had like kind of just like a dirt road, and it had a bunch of little houses. It was kind of a rural, remote area. And I had spent some time there. A little history about the place, why I want to go there. Spent some time there, and then all of a sudden, one day I spawned back in, and I'm like, I hear a chicken. I'm like, finally, my character needs food and all this stuff. Like, he needed a lot more than food, to be honest with you, but I didn't know that at the time. Because I was, very new to DayZ at that time. Again, this could have been sooner than 15. This could have been like 13 or 14. I digress. Then I start to kill the chicken, eat the chicken. And I found out real quick that if you eat raw chicken, you get sick. You get salmonella or whatever. So, and plus I ate the chicken with bloody hands. So I was sick beyond, I was sick beyond coming back. Like, I was so far gone. There's no way I could have. So then I just take one good look around this place. I think I had one rifle with like one bullet. It was like damaged or badly damaged stuff or whatever. Got some random crap in my backpack. And I'm just looking around this place, and I'm just getting a good look of it. And as I'm about to die, then I see this. I see this this smoke coming from the top of this hill. I start going to it, and I realize it's a downed helicopter, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're kidding me!" I was near this the whole time, and then I get to the helicopter, and it's just like, it's so wild, man. I get up to the hilltop, and this whole, like, practically a valley of this huge city is there. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? I probably could have found a hospital. I probably could have found everything that I need. Everything that I needed to stay alive was in there. First of all, it probably, for those who understand DayZ, it probably wouldn't have helped me any, because the amount of zombies that I would have attracted, just not really quite understanding the game at the time. I would have probably died very quickly. So it's not really fair to say that it would have helped me, but it sucked not having the ability to understand. I never had a good opportunity. Just never had a good learning opportunity. That's really what it came down to. Just never had a good learning opportunity. Never had a good place to learn how to play the game because it's a very involved game. It takes a lot of understanding of even basic controls. You know, PC is a little bit more technical, I guess you could say, but console kind of breaks it down, and you don't have to use a whole freaking keyboard. You can just use your controller, and that's what I love about it is that it breaks it down into more of a simplistic uh, gameplay, and that's honestly what I love more about it. But anyway, so that's a nice in 1911. I like that. That's a candy cane. That's awesome. Um, those engraved 1911s are so cool. Anyway, so I start taking a break from DayZ after that because you know a man can only take so much just abuse, right? So I quit playing DayZ for a while. Still freaking had a passion and a love for the game just because like it just there's so many things about the game that it really kind of feels like a simulation of the apocalypse. And I love that so much. Just being able to have a very kind of like have an ability to simulate that, you know, like I don't know what the correct word is for that, but it's really cool to play a game that is realistic to a great degree in which you need structure, you need planning, you just need organization and planning and you just need tactics. It's a skill based game, and most of the time, it's not. You know, video games are not skill based. They're really just about like who can ADS the fastest, who can shoot a player the fastest, who's got the bigger gun, who's got the high caliber round. It doesn't, most of the time they don't require that much amount of skill level, but this game really does in many aspects of it. If this game, there was a random player that actually made me realize why I love this game so much, because the random player like added me as a friend or started chatting with me on the PlayStation not too long ago, I guess a couple of years ago, and the player was like trying to convince me to recruit him into like the group of friends, the friend group and whatnot, so that way we could like hang out with him. And one of the things that he said was that he had played this game for quite a bit of time, so he was very like skilled and well trained in it. And I was just like, that's the reason why I love this game so much, is that it's almost like a trait. Like you have to, you know, the like if you play this game long enough, you start to understand this game to the degree in which this becomes relevant for you, right? So when you play this game to a large extent, you start to develop a skill level for it that every little thing in this game becomes more increasingly obvious as to what you need to do in order to increase your chances of survival. Like learning how to survive with the bare necessities, such as like using rivers, and understanding you know what is safe to drink, what's not safe to drink, food in a similar regards, how to just survive in the like there are so many branches to play this game. That it's not really one particular way or method, but there's multiple that make it much more efficient, or just make it like to the point in which you can just survive with the bare necessities. Like you can literally survive, using virtually just the land. You can live off the land, and it's so cool. And there's survival skills that you can develop. There's medical skills that you can develop. Understanding, some of the medical aspects that the game offers. There's engineering, or not engineering, but mechanics. There's building. There are so many things about this game that that I just absolutely that makes me just love and appreciate this game, because it's in depth, but in such a realistic way that it's like, I don't know. I don't really even know how to describe it. I don't really know how to put words into being able to describe to somebody DayZ. Don't get me wrong, it's freaking difficult, man. It's not easy. I love this game, and I'd speak highly about this game, but only because I have put in the time and the effort and the work into building an appreciation to this game, because it is challenging. But it's that challenge that I love. It's that challenge that makes me want to keep playing it, because it's like it only makes me want to get better at it. That was a gunshot. Then, anyways, so with that being said, then my history went from crappy experience on the PC to then when I had a different friend group, kind of getting out of high school and whatnot. Um, they were big advocates for this game, like big advocates. They actually had good computers to the point in which they actually like learned and got good at this game. And I told them I told them my experience. I told them that I didn't really know much about it. That I was still I still loved it, still willing to learn. And they were like, "That's awesome, man. That we can work with that." So they taught me a little bit about it. Actually, quite a bit about it. Then, oh, here we go. Then, they were playing. They were playing it on the Xbox, and I didn't even know it was on console. So I was like, "That's freaking awesome! I'm all about this." Less keys that I got to worry about, the better. Mouse stuff. It was just, everything was amazing to me. So I was like, "Yeah, let's play." So I bought it. It was like $50 or something like that, and then started playing with these guys, and it was so much fun. It made me love DayZ again, because I could actually freaking play. So I went from like hardcore, just glitchy, bad experience, to decent graphics, decent playthrough, decent controls and stuff like that, and learning how to actually just play DayZ. Now that was on official servers. That wasn't on a server that necessarily was, easy, such as some of the community. The official ones are just absolutely bonkers difficult. The stuff that you find is never in pristine condition, which is kind of a big difference for some of the servers that you find on these, community servers. In my opinion, I really, really hate official servers, for the sole fact that you are babying a character. You are taking care of a baby when you play this. When you play for DayZ, trying to keep your character alive. It's not like a survival thing. It is surely just taking care of, like, one of the virtual reality dogs or pets that people used to have on like their DSIs or DSs or whatever. Like that level of babying the character is just absolutely, like, I'm not here to play that. I'm here to, like, get guns, get gear, kill people, take, steal loot, raid places like that. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for, you know, I'm not here for that. So, my experience with DayZ was kind of just that. It was like, just got sick and tired of babying characters. So then, uh, here we go. Then went from. I hate that triangle does that. I don't know if it's a glitch or what. But anyways, so then, long story short, friend group stopped. Then, my other friend group that I've known since like first grade, they actually were getting into video games a little bit more. They've always been into video games, but the something as you know strategic and skill based as DayZ, they hadn't really even thought of. They haven't even really given any consideration to it. So it just had the thought hadn't crossed their mind until I came along, and then my brother says that the game's actually on PlayStation. And I didn't know that. I thought it was only Xbox and PC exclusive. So I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I think it was on sale too, so I ended up buying it, and never regretted it. I think it was on sale, so like even better. But I absolutely loved this game, and basically, like I said, we that's kind of my history of it, is that we played a lot of I played it first on PC, had a horrible experience, went to Xbox, had a better experience, learning experience, then played it on PlayStation, and actually ended up being able to play this game, and loved every second of it, loved every minute of it, and yeah, grew to have a huge appreciation, mad respect to those who play on official servers still. No, thank you. I like living too much to worry about the just the tediousness of all that, and yeah, yeah, I like my sanity, and I'll keep it. Thank you. But anyways, then that brings me to my history of knowing factions and whatnot, which is really where I wanted to start the conversation, because that's where I was going to start bringing in some of these. For some people who may not know this about DayZ, is that the community servers, in my opinion, are the best servers. I'm sure that most people probably know more about community servers than heck probably uh, you know official servers themselves. But there's a whole Discord community built around the built around DayZ, and I freaking love that, man. It takes the game to a whole new level when you've got a community that loves this game to where they pushed it past just being a game and added a whole currency system to it. They added, like, just through Discord and just through console games on PlayStation and Xbox. They have, and some PC servers even do it. I think most of it started on PC, but it's just so cool to me that um, they took this simple game. Sorry, buddy. I really wanted that shirt. I knew I heard something. That's probably gonna come back to haunt me. But I went from knowing nothing about DayZ to then, oh, is that green? Oh, it might be green. Oh, it is green. Nope, I want that one. I want that one. I love the OD green on these. Then I went from knowing virtually nothing about this game to just like, you know, going balls deep into this game, and it's been such a great time. I've absolutely loved DayZ. There's a love-hate relationship to it because it's obviously one of the most challenging and difficult games I've ever played in my life. But that's honestly what has made it so much fun, is that it is challenging, and it's a challenge that you can, it's a skill that you can develop and get better at, and not necessarily, you don't have to suck all the time. I think we've already checked all these, haven't we? No, we haven't. I really feel like I should walk now, or should crawl now, so I can hear people from the outside. Anyways, um, so yeah, that's really how it all started for me, and now I love just interacting with the community of it now. Getting into servers that have discords and all that, and it was a while ago, but I was on this one server, and I was on my alt account, the Ghost of Story, just because I absolutely love, back on Cherno, whatever it's referred to, the original like DayZ world, DayZ map. I absolutely love this town in this in this map, because this town is so freaking cool, man. This town literally has everything you could possibly need. It's got a military camp, it's got a police station, it's got a medical facility. It literally has everything you need, and that's why I always make it like, my destination zone of where to, live, on every server. That Livonia, I haven't found one yet. I haven't really found a destination place. Still working on that. I've barely played it. I've recently been playing Livonia, and it's been fun. But I'm not too crazy about it, because there's not like, it's just so weird when you go from knowing everything about the map, or knowing a decent amount about the map. When the point, you're good at the game when you can just randomly spawn from from being killed and know exactly where you're at without consolidating the map. Like, you don't have to consult the map to know where you are. You just instantly spawn and know exactly where you're at, and that's what I love about it, is that you develop a skill, you develop an ability to be very good at the game. Now, yeah, you can call yourself, or you can call people who are like that no lifers 100%, but I'll have you know, I work a crap ton. Like, I work a full-time job. I don't have time to just, no life this game. So what I do, my skills that I do develop, I do it over, a span of, of time, in which is, probably not that much. Like, I think in total, I have like a little over 400 hours on this. And there's guys out there that have got like 300 or 3,000 plus, man. Like, there are people who have got so much more hours put into this than me. Not to mention that, the people who are like on the computers on Steam and stuff like that, who's had the game since it came out. Like, there are people who have had the game since launch, since it first came out, like since the Arma 2 mod of DayZ came out. So they'll always have a one up on me then. But it's been fun. It's been a good relationship. It's a good game, honestly. Honestly, it is just a good game. I freaking love it. So, yeah, that's my history of it, and hopefully, I would come to take you guys with me on an adventure that is DayZ. That you will experience the love-hate relationship that I have developed. Understand why the game, is so much fun and also sucks. Also, don't drive cars in DayZ, unless you want to just absolutely have an aneurysm at a young age. At least on these servers. Just don't do it. Also, I really hate killing people on site like that. I kind of, sorry, kind of just want to go back. I really do feel bad for killing that guy, but I hate doing that. But at the same time, like, I'm not going to sit here and go through the whole spiel about, like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? How you doing? You need anything? Food, water, stuff like that. By the way, I never hand people guns. Never. I never hand people guns. I did it one time, and you can obviously tell how that went for me. I handed a dude a gun to defend himself, and he just took it, took it and shot me with it. Like, I don't hand people guns. I'll give them food, I'll give them drinks, I'll give them, stuff to replenish their bars, but I'm never gonna hand them a firearm ever again. It's a stupid idea. I don't know why I did. I wasn't that I was gullible. It's just that it just made sense to me at the time, and I just had a little too much trust and faith in humanity. And I just decided that, yeah, I'm gonna be nice and give this guy one of my firearms, because think I had like 3 at the time, so I gave him one that had a decent amount of rounds, and he just took it, and now he had everything that I had. So, which, good on him, smart decision, smart choice. Yeah, if we're talking about, you know, uh, you know, if ethics is out of the question, or is out of the realm of understanding, or if we're not worried, if we're not concerned with ethics, then yeah, what he did was statistically correct, was the correct thing to do, which is get a firearm and get as many as possible. He did that. I gave it to him. Let's see, I think that's what we want. Yeah, that's what we want. Straight shot. So, anyways, dude, DayZ really brings out the worst in people, man. It really does. It sucks saying that, because it's like, I love this game, but sportsmanship sometimes is like the 1% that you see out of people in this game, and the like 99% that you see out of people in this game is just that savage, foaming at the mouth, kill you dead mentality. And it sucks to really see it. You really do hate to see it, because it's like, you really have a little bit more hope for humanity than that. But it's like, nah, this is our life now. This is how it is. By the way, I am shocked, just absolutely shocked, that those water bottles did not give me an illness of some sort. Cannot believe that. And that was 2 water bottles too that were slightly filled. That was just shocking to me. Don't ever trust water bottles that you just find on the ground. Canteens, water bottles, doesn't matter if it's a liquid. Besides sodas, if you find soda drinks like that, like I have been, those are perfectly fine. Those are about the only source of drinks and the pumps, of course, the wells. Those are about the only things that you can trust. The creek water, don't really trust it. There are ways to go around getting sick and still doing those things, like popping some multivitamins or popping some pills and then drinking from the water. That's a good way to do it. And also eating raw meat. The biggest no-no you ever want to do is the biggest no-no you ever don't want to do is don't eat with bloody hands. Get gloves. Gloves don't, apparently blood doesn't get on gloves. So there's some helpful tips and tricks there. But yeah, I guess I can be your guys' stewardess. I can be your guys' guide through DayZ. I kind of just want to see where the shots are. They kind of sound distant, and I'm hoping that there's like a town or something. And if there's not obviously a town, I'm not really interested in going through all this woods just to inevitably meet my doom. There's no reason for it. Not interested. Also, people play this game like they've never heard of a suppressor before. Like, get a suppressor, man. But anyways, yeah, that's my DayZ thing, and my history for DayZ and my love for DayZ, my explanation for playing DayZ, and I hope you guys enjoy that. we'll have some fun along the way. One of the things that I aspire to, do as a player of DayZ is to live up to Frankie's code. If you guys don't know who Frankie is, go check out Frankie DayZ or DayZ Frankie or whatever. He's a good man, very good man. Fortunately, the legend doesn't get on as often as he used to. He doesn't really do DayZ as much, and it's just unfortunate because man, the dude was a DayZ legend. Like everybody knew his voice, and everybody was always so excited to meet him, so excited to play alongside him, and it was kind of a rarity to find him. But the man was an absolute DayZ legend, and he would have these rules, these codes of honor, and aspire towards that. I did a big no-no, which was, he would consider me to have been a bandit if he saw what I just did, shooting a unarmed suspect, or unarmed Bambi, as he would call it. But all right, well, that's experiencing a ton of lag right now, so I don't know if that's just render or what the heck that's about. But anyways, I aspired to play like he did, but ignore the ignore the innocent kill that I just that I got. That guy could not have been happy. That guy was probably more scared than I was. Well, I wasn't really that scared, but he did surprise me because as soon as I heard somebody open the door, I was just like, nah, somebody's here. He probably knew I was in there before I knew he was there. I heard something like what sounded like movement outside, but I didn't really think about it. And then I heard the door close or open behind me, which is a tip, a big tip. Maybe I'll start doing like rules and stuff like that. Like, uh, what is it? Zombie Island? What was that movie called? I can't remember. I think it's Zombie Island. No, Zombie Land. That's it. Zombie Land. I'll start making up my own rules and stuff like that. One of the rules, I don't know what I would classify it as. Like, it's hard to, bring a rank structure to something like that, but to rules that you should live by, playing DayZ. But one of the rules that I can honestly say is a good rule is to always shut a door behind you. I don't care if it's for zombies. I don't care if it's for people. Always have the door closed when you go into a building, because this will protect you and giving you a heads up or a second's notice before somebody enters the building and decides that they want to shoot you or something. Like it's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant tactic, because if you go into a building just like we did with that barracks, we had an audio cue, an audio sound that indicated that there was somebody here with us, other than hearing their footsteps, right? And their footsteps isn't really a reliable source, because there are ways around that. There are ways around hiding your footsteps, by taking off your shoes and putting, rags, making shoes out of rags. That's a wolf. Another helpful tip when dealing with wolves is if you are in the proximity of hearing their howl and they're not after you, that means they're after someone around you. And that's a good indication that somebody is around us. That sounded like it was to the left and behind me. In my opinion, it's always best to attack these things with some type of suppressed weapon. That's why I use my pistol for zombies and animals. Unless if it's bears, dude, pull out the biggest automatic weapon you have and light those things up, dude. Those bears are relentless. Alright, we're gonna keep moving though. Let's move that map over to my favorite location. Oh yeah, also another helpful tip is being in control of your hot bar, your hot wheel here. Being able to strategically place your setup is so crucial, so important. Because it helps you for quick reaction moments that DayZ is not known for. DayZ is not known for its quick reaction moments. Like, you can develop that skill. Zombie. Where are we? Why is there a zombie out in the middle of nowhere? Another skill that you can develop is knowing the sounds and knowing what the sounds mean. Like that right there is an elk. If you play this game long enough, you start to develop a skill of knowing habits of the things, of the creatures, right? Zombies, you start to develop a skill of understanding how zombies work, and you start to notice regular behavior and unusual zombie behavior. And if it's an unusual zombie behavior, probably means they're aggroed on somebody, which is a great indication of somebody's around you. The game also has some like really little fun stuff that you get to do and can do that many people just don't really think about. And that's what's so much fun about this game, is that there's so much you can do to it. I don't like that sound. That sounds really close. See if I can see him through underneath the fence. I don't see any shadows. He sounds really close. But I don't want to aggro him because I have a weird feeling that people are around here. Ice was melting in one of my cups and it made me think there was something to my left. There he is. May not be worth taking the shot just in case of proximity. Fun fact, suppressors, even though they are suppressed and not as loud as most firearms, they still can be heard up to, like, I think 50 meters away. Or perhaps a little less than that. I don't know. 50 doesn't sound that much, though, in terms of DayZ. And especially in terms of proximity. I could be wrong about that, but I know it's not too terribly quiet as it may seem. Alright, let's move. Axe, just a splitting axe, don't need it. Shut the door, open the door. first thing I like to do is make sure that all of my entrances and exits are closed when I walk into a building. Because people can walk up behind you, zombies can walk up behind you, and the thing that I'm worried about most is people. You know what? That actually really... should be... is it... Wait, what condition? Never mind. Is that a lighter? Oh. Thought there was something on the left-hand side, not the right. So we are getting closer to the elk, however... I don't really need to shoot a deer. It's more like this way, isn't it? Yeah, it's more that way. I don't really need to shoot a deer. I don't really need food that bad. Plus, it's actually a lot more difficult living off the land because there's like a lot of extra steps. Making a campfire requires a ton of steps. Making the campfire pit, just making the sticks, making the, you know, it really all can be done with just a knife, or maybe a sharpening stone. But it really is just more of a pain than any of us care to really. It's so much nicer when when it's an absolute have to situation, like you have no other choice. You are out in the wilderness. There is no better option but to live off the land. Then it's a necessary, evil. It may be, may be difficult, but it's worth it in the long run because you're not going to have anything better anytime soon, at least. So. Seeing if we could get a visual on the deer. I love seeing the animals. Oh, wait, no, that's a tree stump. I love seeing the animals in the game. I don't know why. I know they're fake. I know they're virtual, but it's still kind of cool just seeing something other than zombies and people trying to kill you. So then we have... Then we have our destination to think about, which on other servers, it's a very popular area for some reason. Well, it's actually not really that shocking because the area does have near it a nice little military compound that's good for grabbing loot and gear and stuff. However, it's not very beneficial in regards to medical supplies, which in my opinion, I'm just a medic through and through when it comes to this game. Like, I think that the best thing you can do is to learn how to treat traumas, how to, become very well versatile in the medic, quote unquote trade of DayZ. Because if you can literally just be the physician, be the doctor, which it's not hard, man. Like, you got 2 pills in the game and you got like 4 or 5 symptoms that ultimately lead to some type of cold or flu. And all you got to do 95% of the time is give them 2 T pills, or give them give them a total of 2 T pills, or a total of 4 or 6 multivitamins, and they'll be fine. Like, that's it. That's it, man. It's so easy dealing with people on DayZ. What's difficult is finding those pills, though, to an extent. On this server, I think when you find T pills, it spawns like a full pack of 12 or something like that, which is the max T pills you can have. I call them T pills because, like, it's difficult to pronounce those big words, those big $8, $12 words. Where are we? We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. And then, oh, our time is up. So thank you guys so much for staying with me, though. I look forward to hanging out with you guys in the next one. So that's pretty much it for this video. I'm actually going to pause it here, and then we're going to resume at a later date. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. We'll get back on here shortly and see what kind of mischief or trouble we can find ourselves in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Hope you have a fantastic day. We'll see you in the next one.